Hey guys, good morning. Alrighty, so first I start off by moisturizing my lips. I use this peppermint. It's lip revitalizer by Poto Miracle, and it's just the mint oil. I've already put my contacts in. If you wear contacts, then I always put them in before I start my makeup because sometimes I use my fingers. See? So I have a clean face, fresh, no moisturizer or anything on there, just a dry, clean face. Then what I'm going to start with is I'm going to use my moisturizer, and I use the e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer. It came in a little face cleansing kit, and I'm going to use quite a bit of this because my skin is awfully dry with the pregnancy. So I get really dry in my T-zone and around my nose area. So that's why you see me mostly rubbing it in this area, because then it peels throughout the day. Just another side effect of pregnancy, of having super dry skin. So I'm just rubbing that in just to moisturize my skin, and I rub it in pretty good until my skin's not so much more oily, but not to where I'm like really rubbing my face and it's dry and causing friction, just to where it's like a little damp. Rub the remaining into my hand. Then I'm going to go into my two primers that I got from e.l.f. The first one is the Mineral Infused Face Primer, and I like this for a flawless finish. The second one is the Poreless Face Primer, and I like this one as well because it does manage my pores. Right now my pores aren't too huge because my skin, like I said, is dry, but I'm used to using both of them. So just one pump on each finger, mix them together, and then apply those as well. Also on my eyelids, so that I don't have to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow. I use this all over my face. So I'm just rubbing that in. Love this product. I have a review about it somewhere down in my videos. I want to say maybe like 8 months ago. Check it out. I never did do an update on it, but I love these products. Can't go wrong with e.l.f. So then next I'm going to go into doing my eyebrows. I have this Spoodle 2-ended brush with a tapered flat brush on the end, and I just use a wet baby wipe to wipe excess makeup off, as well as dampen the brush. For me, this helps spread the product. This is a gel liner in brown. I'm not quite sure who makes it. I thought it was MAC, but apparently not a MAC liner. I'm not quite sure, but I guess any brown gel liner would do. So I just dab the brush in there, and then, oh wait, can't see me. Let me lift the phone up so you guys can get a better look at me doing my brows. So then I just start to shape my brows the way that I want them for the day. And like I said, with the brush being damp, it helps from keeping them too dark. It allows me to spread product a lot better, as well as shape them as I like. And if I need to clean them up or anything like that, then it still allows me to move the product around. And considering it's gel, some gels dry awfully fast. So what you're going to see here is me just filling in, moving the product around, shaping my brows. If you guys want to see a brow tutorial, more in-depth brow tutorial, just request it and I'll go ahead and post that up for you guys. But yeah, so that's it. So then I just clean the brush and move over to the second eyebrow, like a fresh start kind of thing. And again, don't kill yourself trying to make your brows perfectly match, because again, brows are supposed to be best friends and not twins. So I pretty much just try to get them to look clean in whatever shape I can manage. The one on my above my right eye always seems to have more of a curve than the one on my left, which has more of a point at the top, and I have an actual spot where it just seems like no hair will grow or no liner will go, and it's like a little bald spot. So I don't really fuss too much about trying to make two perfect eyebrows, because that's just impossible. So this is me just filling it in. Just correcting any little spots that I see. Like I said, this one particular brow over that eye always looks like I have a spot missing. And then I just flip the brush to the other side with the spoodle, and then this is how I move the product around to clear up those dark spots and even out the tone on them. And then also, when I'm doing a more natural look, I like to have a hard fade towards the inner bridge of my nose, where my nose begins. I love to have a hard fade there, so I pretty much just brush all product if possible. If there was any there, brush it out in a way without any issue. And then I go on with this flat brush. I actually bought this from Sally's. It's just a flat brush, and I use this for a concealer. I take my MAC concealer in NC35, and this is what I use to conceal my brows. This is the only place that I use this concealer. I don't really use it anywhere else. It is just specifically for my brows. So what I do is I basically just draw a line at the bottom to clean them up. I normally don't really do the top of my brows unless I actually mess up creating the arches. But for the most part, I only shape up the bottom because, like I said, that's where I do my makeup, mostly eyeshadows and stuff like that. So I pretty much only shape up the bottom. And then once I've made that line, I pretty much just smudge it out with the brush. And this keeps me from having to add the extra step of adding a highlighter right under my brow bone, because it's already highlighted from the concealer that I've used. So this is me just cleaning up the brows. My brows always take the longest. There's never a time where I can actually do my brows and then I can get them done in like 5 minutes, because my brows make my whole face. There'll be days where I don't wear eyeshadow and I'll just want to do brows and then that's it. So pretty much my brows take up the whole face. So I have to make sure that these are at least done properly. As you should though, as you should. So again, just cleaning up the other side, smudging out that concealer. And on this particular one, I made the arch on my right eye just a little bit more curved. So I'm just going in to clean it up a little bit and make it look not so thick and make it a little bit narrower to match the one on the left side. All the way over to the end and create that point, because the one on my left side always is a little bit fuzzy. So I want to just fix that and take care of that. And then it looks like the one on the left side is still a little bit more narrow, so I'm just going to go in with my brush that I used my powder with, and then just create a matching kind of arc as on the right side, just to even them out, and then fix any little touch-ups that I might have over concealed. And that concludes the brows. There they are. There they are. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Then moving right along into my foundation, what I'm going to be using is the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Makeup 24 Hours and the 340 Caramel. This color is a little dark for me. Anytime I try to get a caramel, you know, it's a hit or miss for my skin tone, so I ultimately end up having to mix foundations. But I do like this one because it is for drier skin. So, and considering my skin is dry, it does not create, it gives me puts a little bit of moisture back in my skin. But as you can see, it's actually quite dark. So I just put it in the areas that I do not plan on highlighting, or the parts that I do actually want to be darker on my face. I just put it around that area and I just stipple it on. And then I go in, like I said, I always mix two colors. And so I mix that one. And then I'm mixing my L'Oreal Paris 24 Hours Infallible Pro Matte in 108. I mix that and I just basically lay that right on top of it. Just like so. On both cheeks. And then I actually bring this one a little bit higher up and over my cheekbone, like right up underneath where you would highlight your eyes. Just to kind of blend out and fade out that light to darker complexion tone. So I just put this in all the places that I would normally put my lighter complexion when I use the MAC. So I'm just dabbling it on there. And like so. Let me just pin my hair out of the way. It looks like it almost got in my foundation. But this is what it looks like. And then I take my Artis Dupe brush, the biggest one in the set. And I go in and I spray it with my e.l.f. setting spray. I only give it 2 pumps, so just 2 pumps is good. And it's the Makeup Mist and Set with aloe and green tea, cucumber, and vitamin A, C, and E. Made by e.l.f. I just spray that on there, 2 pumps, and then I proceed to blend. The thing I like about this brush is that it's quite dense. And it's really fast to blend as opposed to a different kind of foundation brush. I actually like the way this blends out really fast. As long as you know you don't take too many breaks, you can blend your whole makeup, put all the colors on there you want, and blend them all out perfectly and flawlessly. So I really enjoy these dupe brushes, and was actually glad that I picked them up. So I dupe all the time, but I love this brush. This is my #1 go-to foundation mixing brush when I use liquids. Face is done, and then right up the middle. Now I'm going to, now that I've got my foundation set, I'm going to begin with my eyes. And inside of this palette, this is just a Beauty Treats palette in the title Smoky. Right now I'm just looking for my fluffy brush. I'm going to be using this. I'm looking for my fluffiest brush. This one's a little bit dense. And it's made by e.l.f. I had a Sonia Kashuk one that I like. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit fluffier, but I can't seem to find that one at the moment, so that's fine. I'm just going to substitute. So I'm going to end up using my a denser fluffy brush, a larger denser fluffy brush to do my base tone. And that brush is going to be the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. I just have to look for it. I have 1,000,002 brushes right here, but that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to open the palette, and this is the e.l.f. right here, the concealer brush, so it's quite dense, as you can read here. And then I'm going to go into this palette and use this darker brown color, which I use this brown color for all my bases. Doesn't matter what color eyeshadows I use. I just like the way that it defines behind my eye. So I just pretty much put that from starting on the inside of my nose and then working my way out into my crease. I never start from the outside. I always start from the inside of my nose to meet my brows and then work my way out into my crease. Go see what time it's okay. So then I'm going to go into what looks like my Naked 3 palette. The color that I'm going to be using first is going to be Burnout. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the Burnout, which I really like. The third color over, so I'm going to use it and just put that right on the inside of my eyelid, right on the inner part, just to highlight the eyes a little bit. So right on the inside. Just to highlight my eyes just a little bit, which I really like. All the way into my tear duct. Again, another little cheap trick so that I do not have to highlight my tear duct afterwards. And then I'm going to go into the Naked 2 palette and use what's in there is known as Snake Bite. And I'm going to put that on the outer portion of my lid. Just right on the outer portion of my eyelid right there. And I'm just going to blend those two together. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go back into the Naked 2 palette and use the color called Dark Side to create a dark shade in the corner creases of my eyes. I love the way these colors work together, and I've been obsessed with these colors as of late. So I've been using these colors a lot. So I just kind of go back and forth between the palettes and pretty much, hey, do what it do. Highly highlight, create a little daytime smoky eye that does not look too nighttime, and I really enjoy this look. So once I've done with that, I'm then going to go in with my mascara. The mascara that I have, and I love this brush. The brush is angled and it's a short brush, so it covers your lashes but not too much. And I use this as a foundation just to straighten my lashes, and this is the Nika K New York Triple Play Lash Perfecting Mascara. It's like I said, I use this as a foundation just to straighten out the bristles of my eyelashes, so then I can go in with a lash lengthening mascara. Sorry, that was a tongue twister. And then I like this one because, like I said, it's small, it's curved, and it's easy for me to get to my bottom lashes without making them look too dark or accidentally getting them on my waterline. And then I go in with the Revlon Lash Potion by Grow and Luscious, and then I just pretty much put a coat and then kind of do a little shake shimmy on there, which looks like I have an eyeliner on the top line, but really I doesn't. Another little cheat trick that I have picked up, so that as well. And then pretty much that's it for the eyes. And then moving right along, I now I'm going to go into my concealer. I love this concealer. This is a hard candy concealer. It's the Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer, and I use it in tan, and it is actually heavy duty. I know you're normally not supposed to keep makeup this long, but I've had this concealer for at least 2 years, and a little bit goes a long way. I hope that they never discontinue it, because I will need to stock up on it soon because it's almost gone. But I do need to get some more of it because I don't use any other concealer. And me, I'm a product person. I stick to what I know, because it's like, if it's not broken, then why fix it? So I basically put that on a little bit underneath my eyes, and then I go in and I grab my e.l.f. stippling brush, and then I pretty much just swirl that out. Straight line back and forth, and then at the end I'll just swiggly, 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 like such. 2 eyes, boom, 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 all done and set. Looks good, looks good. I'll normally come down the bridge of my nose, hit up to my forehead, and then down the top of my lip, just to add a little bit of light. And even though at the time it doesn't look like it, but once my makeup sets, then it looks like I actually highlighted and contoured my face. So then with that, then I take a fluffy brush, and then I'm going to be using my MAC NC42 Studio Fix powder. And I just normally do 2 swirls and then do the right side of my face. And then I do 2 swirls and do the left side of my face. And that's just to set everything. Not per se to cover for coverage, but pretty much just to set everything. Like, as you see, I kind of just rub it all over the place, just to kind of give a light setting to my face. And then once that's done, that's pretty much it for my face and foundation. I'm so out of breath because I am pregnant, sorry. And then I go in with this, another one of the dupe brushes from the RT set. This is like the second from the smallest one. And I go into this LA Girl Glam palette, which has a contour, a highlight, and then 2 blushes. I take the contour powder and I just line the sides of my cheek. I double tap it twice, line, line, and then do the temples of my head. And then I blend those out. Blend, 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 blend. Just to get rid of the lines of demarcation. And that kind of sets a shape to my face, which I love. And then I'll go down the sides of my nose, just to like kind of contour my nose, and underneath to contour it a little bit, but not so much like I'm really trying. So then next, what I'm going to do is take a fan brush, which I got in a MAC set, and I'm going to take the highlighter. I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones right above where I put the contour. And I actually like this because I put this on my cheekbone where I actually put my blush, because I like the way that it makes my blush. It gives my blush a shimmer. So I really can appreciate that. So I do that. And then I go in with my e.l.f. Kabuki brush that I purchased. I love this brush as well. I love e.l.f. products. I think they're amazing. And then I go in with this blush from MAC also. It's called Harmony. It's a powder blush. And I'm just going to dump my Kabuki in there, and then blow off the excess, and then rub it on my cheek. So all set, face is finished. Face is pretty much finished. So now I'm going to go in with my lip color. I like these little NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. This one is in the color SMLC 04. And it's actually called London. I love this. It's a neutral. It's a nude. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't say how much I love it. I love the way they smell, the way they feel, and the way that they last. So that's what I'm going to put on for my face. And then that's going to complete the tutorial for the face get ready with me makeup portion of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the items, just go ahead and ask down below, and I'll try to leave as much information as possible for you. Thanks guys for watching again. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys later in later videos. Thank you so much. Bye bye guys. Okay, so outfit of the day. Pretty much I have this black dress on. You've seen earlier part of this video, which was the get ready with me, where I did my face and my hair. This is the finishing look. I've just accessorized really simple with some earrings that I thrifted a couple of years ago. One of the little fake nose rings, and then a golden black watch. I have on some little golden white express sneakers. Again, the dress is long. It comes down to like in between my knee and ankle. It has a split down the side here on this one. The bag I'm carrying is just a little backpack. It's like in a mint green color. My new bag of choice right now. I hauled this maybe like a couple of days ago. So right now this is my new bag. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's the baby bump. And we'll see you guys later. Stay tuned for more, and thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day, guys.